You're welcome.
Okay, our next favorite is kale. And again, kale falls in the group of cruciferous vegetables, loaded with nutrition, very high in iron, very high in calcium, and excellent in the nutrients that, again, protect the body from cancer, protect our young women, developing girls from breast cancer. Kale is just a fully loaded nutrient. So you get your kale, and I like to take the big, thick parts of the stem out of the mix here. So I actually will rinse my kale in filtered water, and then I just gently remove the thickest part of the stem. I put just enough, probably 3/4 of an inch of water in the bottom of my pan. Take my washed kale and just gently tear it into bite-sized pieces, because your kids will want to pick it up and just eat it by the bite. Toss it in your pan. Again, if you get a big, thick stem, it's a good idea to remove that. Not because it doesn't supply any great fiber, but it's just easier for them and more tasteful for the kids when they go to eat it. Once your kale is in the pot, you're going to want to add a little bit of flavor. And what we love to use is the liquid amino acid. It's a soy sauce substitute. It's called Bragg's. And this can be found not only in health food stores, but even in the whole food or healthy section of your supermarket. The amino acids will give the child extra protein source. So it also does not contain wheat, which is a wonderful thing if you have a wheat-sensitive or gluten-sensitive child. And it adds a salty flavor. So in addition to increasing the nutrition and keeping the allergy level low, it's going to add a good flavor. The key, I have found, is using the right amount. And although we've never measured, 1 squirt of the Bragg's is sufficient. Again, you don't want to drown it, because too much is not necessarily better for the taste here. So you want your heat on a boil high, and you cover your pot, and we're going to let that cook. The other key to making this flavorful to children is to cook it long enough so that it's nice and soft. We're keeping track of a lot of things here, so you hear our buttons going off. So we're going to let this sit for 10 minutes, and I'm going to show you what it should look like when it's done and ready to serve. You do want to check your kale, because sometimes you won't put enough water in, and the water will boil off, and you'll need to just add a tad. Right now we still have some water in the bottom of the pan, and the kale, if I hold it up, is not quite droopy enough. So we're going to put it back on the stove for another couple minutes. Okay, so you'll see here the completed kale, and it's just the right, nice and soft. It's still a little bit hot. My children find this difficult to eat with a utensil, so we do make sure the hands are clean before they come to the table, and they like to pick it up. They actually even like if there's a little bit of the juice from the Bragg's sauce still dripping off. So you want a nice drippy piece of soft kale, and let them use their hands if it's easier for them. And there you have it.